Hello. Welcome to the Love Saga. At this point, using AI has become a channel custom for these videos. Anyways, there's a very specific kind of strength you have to carry when you genuinely do not believe you can keep going. Not something like, hey dude, I am tired, or I'll do it later. I mean that quiet, heavy feeling of, yeah, I don't think I have anything left. And somehow, you're still here. There is also a kind of surrender that comes with realizing there is no way out, only through. No shortcuts, no secret door, no skip cutscene button. Just you and the thing you do not want to face. And I think to actually get what you want in life, you have to put yourself in positions where you feel like that, which sounds insane because, well, it kind of is. It feels like being a caged animal, clawing at something that won't open, and you're exhausted, and you're frustrated, and part of you just wants to lie down and accept it. But you don't need to be afraid of that feeling, that, damn, I have to do this. You should be afraid of something worse. You should be afraid of never even trying, of dying with everything you could have been still sitting inside you, like unopened software your brain installed but never ran.
This is the kind of 3 a.m. thoughts I get, wherein I think free will is great, in theory. But in practice, it means you are allowed to ruin your own life daily. We were born to be able to do anything, which includes doing absolutely nothing. And your brain knows it a little too well. That voice on your shoulder, it's not loud. It's subtle. Stay in bed. Skip today. It doesn't matter. Nothing matters. You will amount to nothing. It sounds reasonable. And that, exactly that, is the dangerous part of it all. And then you hit that point where quitting actually makes sense, where the mountain in front of you looks stupidly big. You're tired, you're hungry, you're alone. And yeah, you feel kind of empty. If you feel like that right now, I hope you find that strength to keep going. Because continuing, you do not understand the strength that you have to garner and that you have to guarantee yourself to continue. Continuing is an art. Because quitting is always an option. Always. You can quit. You can carry the disappointment, the fear, the regret, and just stop. Your brain will even help you justify it. But continuing is strength. You have to understand that continuing is the real strength, not the motivational quote kind. The ugly, quiet, no one sees it kind.
Your will to chase what you want has to be stronger than your desire to quit, which is annoying because quitting is very attractive. When we're dealing with the art of continuing, there has to be a certain mindset that you garner around it to get you to keep going. Because you don't have the will to go through, but you have to find that will out of sheer air. Now, do you just pull that out of your ass? Honestly, no idea. You just do. The will to climb the mountain that you are overcoming, even if that obstacle is just getting out of the bed in the morning. Sometimes it's continuing to live when your life doesn't feel worth living. Sometimes it's dealing with people, trauma, pain, stuff no one else sees. How do you live? How do you continue? But then also, how do you accomplish? How do you succeed? How do you climb the mountain when you have nothing left? You have to pull it out of nowhere. And no one talks about what an art form that is. Because you fake it, not in a cringe way, in a survival way. You can find a personal story, like some poetic ending to what you are doing. It can be anything. You can muster up the courage to say, I am strong. Even if that is the last thing you believe in the world, you can say, hey, I am going to do this for other people. I am going to do this to give them a story to tell. You can say, hey, I don't want to do this, and then do it anyway.
Whatever your reason is, you climb that mountain, even if there's no logical reason to, even if it feels pointless.
you will climb. There's this recognition before you start climbing the mountain that there is no reason that could make climbing the mountain worth it, but you have to climb the mountain anyway. And yeah, I hate that life has mountains. It would be great if it didn't, but here we are. And I understand that the bad has to exist so that the good feels better. Annoying concept, but true. If everything was good and everything was great all the time, then there wouldn't actually be any good or great, because we wouldn't have anything to compare it to. And if you're like a goat like me and have been climbing mountains your whole life, you kind of get used to it. It doesn't magically get easier, but just familiar. But life is up, and life is steady. It goes up, it sometimes goes flat, it sometimes likes to randomly punch you without warning. But you know what you need to do? You need to discover the art of continuing. Despite if you want to, despite if you think you can, despite if you know you can't, despite if you think it's going to be difficult, despite if you got 2 broken knees and no food and no energy and no will and no love and no soul, you climb the mountain. And there are going to be people who ask, why would you live like this? Why do you compete in this borderline sadistic way of living, where you put yourself through tough things or you just continue forwards? Good question. But the answer is quite simple. Because being tough isn't about life being easy. It's about choosing to keep going, even when it's not. When life gets tough, it's not that the tough get going, but you're tough if you choose to climb the mountain despite its height.
I know that each and every one of you right now is going through something. And I mean everyone. We human beings are the strongest and the most adaptable creature on this planet. Do not let the idea of giving up become comfortable. Every atom in your body came from a star that exploded. And the atoms in your left hand probably came from a different star than your right hand. It really is the most poetic thing I know about physics. Every single atom from within you was born out of the heart of a dying star. The carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, iron, all the things that matter for evolution and for life weren't created at the beginning of time. They were created in the nuclear furnaces of stars. And the only way for them to get into your body is if those stars were kind enough to explode. The stars died so that you could be here today. You need to get up despite the gravity. Close your eyes, and you will find yourself sitting atop a mighty tree. This is your home. You are a beast. Look beneath the surface, and you will see roots deep under the soil, reaching far and wide. These are the roots of your ancestors, the soul of everyone who came here before you. Listen to them. You have nothing to fear. You have been here forever.
Continue and find beauty in that continuing. Find the art of it. There's something weirdly beautiful about continuing. Just climb the mountain. You can. You just don't want to believe it yet. Do not stop till you are at the summit. And the mountain is not just a mountain. It's having the conversation you're avoiding, the life you're struggling through, the emotions you're running from, the battles no one sees. It is fighting with your brain. It is fighting with the people who are hurting you. Climb that mountain. Do not let that mountain defeat you. Do not believe that you cannot do it. You can. For lack of a better term, you're a mountain goat. You were born to conquer. You were born to survive. You were born to continue. You were born to keep going. You're built for this. You were forged with the energy and power of a dying star. The cosmos is within you.